Hey guys, how's it going? Hybrid Spectre here. Let's talk for a minute. E3 2017 has come and gone. All the big gaming companies have all their new projects and their roadmaps announced. But it seemed, but after this, I've kind of come to a pretty interesting conclusion, or a pretty interesting question. Are gamers getting more entitled each year? Or are they becoming more demanding, or like unsatisfied and all that? Because I've been seeing a lot on social media how the PS4 Pro and Xbox One X are supposed to run at 4K, more or less like the Xbox One X, how it's supposed to be able to run it at 60 frames per second, but then people say that like no it can't, or this, that, and the other thing, and people are getting really upset about Destiny 2's graphics running at 30 frames per second and not 60 frames per second, and people are saying, oh well, this is like you have the technology to run it at 60 frames per second, you just don't want to. Well, let's talk for a second. Consoles are not PCs. Like, sure, they are computers to a degree, but consoles are not legitimate computers. Sure, they have processing power, but it's not as powerful as an actual computer is. So of course, naturally, a console isn't going to be able to run at 60 frames per second. It's just not. It's just, while theoretically it could be possible, given if you have the right tech and components installed, but it's just not possible at this point in time. While it is possible, I just don't think anyone's going to do it. But that's not the point. The point is that if you're going to complain so much about graphics, why are you bothering to play video games if all you care about is the graphics? And that's kind of where I'm coming from, is that people care more about the graphics than they do about, does the game run? Is it mechanically smooth? Are there bugs? Like, they're not asking the right questions. They're just saying, does it run at this frame rate? And if it doesn't, then they get upset. And I kind of see that, and I kind of think that's the problem. Now, I'm not sure if that's just I'm not sure if that's just the newer generation of gamers, or if that's just how gamers have become. But with today's technology, you can make video games look really good. I mean, let's see. I mean, look at The Witcher 3. Look at what's another prime example? Call of Duty, like some of the newer Call of Duty iterations. Like, those look graphically, those games look really good. And you wouldn't be able to do that, and because of today's technology, you can make games look that good. Does that mean that we can they make them run at very specific frames per second? Maybe, but that all depends on the components of what you're making the game for. Now, consoles, it seems, now I'm not a big tech geek and all that, but it seems that consoles can only run at 30 frames per second, and that's actually not bad when you think about it. Because if you're looking at my gameplay right now, this is all 30 frames per second, and there's not a single hiccup at all, and I don't have any issues with that. Sure, 60 frames per second would look really good, but in the end, does that really matter? So yeah, if people are complaining more about the graphics than they are about the actual gameplay, then why are you even bothering to play video games if all you care about is how the game looks? If the game doesn't look that great, then sure, then it doesn't look great. But if the game plays really good, but it's not graphically pleasing, and you're upset about it, oh sure, the game plays really good, but because the graphics aren't that great, it sucks. No, like, that's not, like, that goes above and beyond. That goes above and beyond criticism. That's just entitlement right there. What do you guys think? Are gamers getting more entitled each year, or is that just the new generation of gamers that we have? Put those down in the comments below. Let's have a discussion about this, because I'm kind of curious. Are gamers getting more entitled as technology advances and all that? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let's talk about that down there in the comments. This is Hybrid Spectre, and I'll see you guys in the next one.